Hello everyone, we are from Group 4. We are going to present our essay draft of the for the final project.
The main theory that we use is structural metaphors by Covexes 2010. Then the topic of conceptual metaphor is illness is terrible things. We use qualitative method for the data analysis. The source data of our research is from 5 Feet Apart movie script. This movie was released in 2019. This movie mainly tells the viewers about a pair of teenagers with cystic fibrosis who meet in a hospital and fall in love through their disease means they must avoid close physical contact. Additional information, cystic fibrosis is a rare disease that attacks the human lungs and cannot be cured. This movie was inspired by the experiences of those who have this disease in real life. We thought this movie contained a conceptual metaphor that involves illness, as this movie is about. Consequently, the data of this research is metaphorical phrases or sentences related to the topic, which is illness is terrible things.
Anthropolinguistics, or linguistic anthropology, is an interdisciplinary field of science that studies the relationship between language and the intricacies of human life. In various pieces of literature, there are also the terms anthropological linguistics, cultural linguistics, and ethnolinguistics. Also, although there is a certain emphasis that distinguishes the four terms. In essence, the studies of the four terms cannot be separated, complement each other, and often overlapping. This means that the four terms refer to almost the same study, although it must be admitted that the term linguistic anthropology is used more often amongst the terms. In the study of anthropolinguistics, there is a study about metaphor. Metaphor describes a thing or act in a non-literal way that helps in the explanation of an idea. Basically, metaphor compares two unlike things without the word like or as. Metaphor can be found in various works such as song, poetry, movies, prose, and other literature works.
The next part is literature review. So according to Lakoff and Johnson 2003, humans think and act metaphorically in nature. Our conceptual system is built with it. This is the fundamental of conceptual metaphor. In conceptual metaphor, conceptual domain A is conceptual domain B as stated by Covexes in 2010. Conceptual domain is a coherent arrangement of knowledge. Conceptual metaphor consists of two domains in which one domain understands another domain, meanwhile the other domain is being understood. The domain that understands another domain is called the source domain, while the domain that is being understood by another domain is the target domain. For example, if we are talking about conceptual metaphor, time is money, argument is war, or love is a journey. Here, these source domains are time, argument, and love. The target domains are money, war, and jury. Easily, we can understand the target domain using the source domain.
So, metaphor conceptual found from the movie. The first one, but sepsis is the bigger monster. The topic is terrible. The second one, oh, this disease is a prison. The topic is terrible. The third, maybe death is just the next life, but an inch away. The topic is terrible. And the last, or maybe it's death, just a big sweet baby. The topic is terrible. From Saja's previous explanation that in a conceptual metaphor, there are two domains, which are source domain and target domain. Here in our research, we found source domain illness and the target domain terrible. So words that are source domain illness are sepsis, disease, death, and it that represent the word death. And the target domain variable are bigger monster, present, next life, and big sleep. So our group are currently working on the discussion part on the data analysis. Thank you everyone for watching this video. See you next time. Goodbye.